Give me some time, man. I love it. I'm getting back into it. Involved now. I like to say he's feeling himself. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He has something to prove. I think he understands that the community needs him, and I think he's. You know, it's always important to make a statement because I think you have to remind people, like, there's a lot of selfish activity going on in the world now. You know, look, I just joined social media this season. I'm not going to lie. 6 months ago I joined, and I joined because I wanted to have my voice heard. I voted it earlier because I didn't want to involve myself with all this, you know, the white noise I felt it was, and there's so much going on. I felt like I could just be better off if I left it alone. But honestly, everybody has to remember that we're all in this together. This is the world we live in. The country we established was supposed to be a place that everybody could be included in. And right now, I don't think everyone feels that way. And I think everyone has to remember this is supposed to be for everyone. And I feel like, you know, they look at our show and they think our show is a black show, but we're really an inclusive show. We're just telling you a story about a superhero in Harlem, but in no way, shape, or form are we trying to exclude anyone from this story. And we hope that everyone tunes in because there's a lesson to learn for everybody. We're like, one more.
Oh, of course.
No.
We're doing just a few quick little.
I did not. I read it and I thought I couldn't tell what it was because I didn't see it actually happen. I just read it on Twitter or something like that, and I didn't catch the whole gist of it. Point is, I mean, I'm not sure what she meant by it, but usually, from what I've seen, there is a disconnect. They're not really understanding. They're not hearing. It's almost like what's it like? Catherine the Great said, "Let them eat cake." I think it's some of that going on. I don't think they understand what's going on.
Congratulations, good to see you. So why do you think it's important to see the parts of the community?
In defense of no one, okay, it is clear that our political system is out of touch, which means the people running the system are out of touch. It's starting to come off as an insensitive thing, but it's really ignorance. It's really a disconnect, and we have to be careful, you know, to not label what I would call cultural illiteracy with some sort of malign intent or some sort of malicious intent, even yelling racism or even yelling classism, sexism. Let's be careful because some of it is just plain ignorance. Some of it is just plain insensitivity, cultural illiteracy. You don't know how to deal. Your mama never told you how to, you know, that kind of thing. As Americans, I think when you walk down the street, though, America knows what time it is. The real American citizenry, I'm so proud of America's citizenry right now. The issues we choose to stand up for, the issues we choose to sit down on, the things we can't work out, the things we can work out. I think America's having an intellectual civil war.
That's tough, because I'm NYC born and bred. I have to say, for me, it would be big. It comes back to something the door. Especially right now, especially with what's going on currently in this present moment right now. We need to show that this country, this is the first time. There's no playbook for how this country has been set up, because nothing has ever been done like this. This is a country created by immigrants, created by people who might not have, didn't want to do it, and this is a country that is so rich in its diversity and its representation, and shows like this show people that. Because the one thing that we're lacking is our sense of educational history in this country, and we just need to learn that more. And I think if we did that, we would have a better understanding of why people are so upset maybe that a lot of things are going on.
Come on in, everybody, come on in.
The only thing you can do is, beyond protesting, is use your art as a form of protest. Luke Cage is a very topical show. We're not always entirely political, but the politics are there. And I think that, you know, certainly as an African-American content creator, I feel like it's a responsibility of mine specifically to have things that entertain but also educate. You know, the thing is I really think you can do both. Because Stevie Wonder, you know, Bob Marley, you know, they made a point, Public Enemy made a point of doing that with their music, of doing both. And I feel that with this television show, it's the opportunity to do that.
For us, I think, I felt like we were like a jab. We set up the whole thing. For us, it's like we came up first. No one knew what to expect. We were the first black superhero of this generation. And so people were kind of like, well, what is this going to do? How is it going to make a splash? Are people going to really care? And I think people realized that, hey, there's a market for this. And I think people paid attention to it. And I think we set up that moment. And then Panther came and they capitalized on it in a huge way. And we're just trying to follow it up. It's a combination game. We brought something out this season I think is going to be even better than the last.